What's up, good people? Good people. What's happening, man? It's Mike still. Back in the building, man. Back in the building. And this is another episode, man. Real Pahokee Politics coming at you live from Birmingham, Alabama to Pahokee, Florida. As you already know, man, as I promised, I was going to get these young ladies on, man. Let me just go down the line. We have Miss Monique Gordon. We're going to save the applause. And we have Tiana Mitchell. There it is, guys. So welcome, guys. Welcome. Let me just say this, man. I'm glad to have y'all, man. Can y'all hear me?
Thank you.
Yes, we can hear.
All right. So I'll mute those mics, man.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. So let me get my soundboard up here, which I should have already done. But, you know, 1 second here. One second here. There we go. All right, man. So we're in the building, man. Let's talk Pahokee politics, man. And let me just say this before we go any further, man. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy belated Valentine's Day to you guys, man. And Monique Gordon, you're running against you group 2, right? 1. And you're running against Mr. Everett McPherson, correct?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And Tiana, you're running against Sanquetta Cowan, correct?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, and we got a little pause on your screen, but we're gonna don't worry about it. We're gonna go right along though. I think you
Mm,
yeah, you moving. So
okay.
election March 19th. It's a big day for Pahokee. March 19th is a big day for Pahokee. But before we go into the interview, let me just start by saying, man, February the 20th, I think it is the last day for registering to vote. Is that correct? So we like 4 days, 3 days out.
Yes,
So
sir.
man, let's encourage people to go out,
Yes,
vote.
that's correct.
If you're young, old, whatever, get out and vote, man, because it's your right. You need to exercise your right, and you cannot say anything toward the commission, toward any parts of local government, if you will, versus larger governments. If you're not voting, you don't have a voice. Yeah. And we had so many people. It's Black History Month. We have so many people that fought and died for us to have that right. So we need to exercise that right. And guys, in Pahokee, Florida, February the 20th is the last day to register to vote. And I don't know how long that process is to finalize because it's been so long since I registered to vote.
Same here.
It's been a long time. But glad to have you girls. Also, again, happy belated Valentine's Day. Let's get right into it.
There you go.
My questions up. Do you have anything y'all want to say before we get started?
No, just delighted to be a part of your platform tonight so that people can hear from us directly, and just excited for tonight.
Yeah, man, I think it's important that people
Yeah.
hear from you guys too. And I don't know how many platforms y'all been on thus far, and I don't know, how many where you going after this, but you need to show your faces often as you can because it's important to the people to know
Yeah.
who you are. And it's business, man. It's business. You know what I mean? So let me give you guys a round of applause, man, for being here.
Thank you.
So I'm a one-man wrecking crew tonight. So normally, I have people to help me, but now I'm all by myself.
Hey, you got it. You got it.
Hey, too much is given, much is required.
Much is required. Yes, sir.
So
That's true.
let's get into these questions, man. I'm gonna ask both of you questions, but
Okay.
I'm gonna start with Tiana now on the first one, and then I come to you, and then I start with you, and we'll go similar to that fashion.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
who is Tiana Mitchell? That's what everybody wants to know.
Who is Tiana Mitchell? Tiana Mitchell is a mother of three. I graduated Pahokee High School. Currently a medical background, 15 years now. I have my own business here, Wellness Care Studio in Pahokee now for 3 years. I have worked for a couple of nonprofit organizations. Well, collaborated with them, Boys and Girls being one. One of them and another being Dress for Success, Women's of Palm Beach, empowering other women to take forward and achieve economic independency. Here on my time in, so yeah.
That's what's happening. Okay, Ms. Gordon, same question. Who are you?
Who is Monique Gordon? I am me. No, I'm just kidding. So, born and raised in Pahokee, Florida. I went to Pahokee Elementary, over to Pahokee High. Back then it was Pahokee Middle Senior High. So straight from elementary there. And then marched in marching band, played flag football, tried to be as active as possible just to get acquainted with all my peers. So anybody who went to school with me, y'all already know. And then apart from that, I saw that there was a lot going on with our city in terms of finance, like the lack of education with finance in particular. So I left to go to Florida International to learn finance, to bring it back and to teach. So I came back, teaching in after school program, summer camp, and I knew that I'm impacting the kids, but now it's like I need to impact the city at a greater level. So
Mm.
what made me come back quicker, well, let me not go too far, but I came back to teach and really wanted to make an impact. And I'm here,
Man,
back home.
awesome, awesome. That, go ahead. You have, go ahead, Tiana. You was gonna say something?
Oh,
I know
me?
she
No,
just
I
said,
was agreeing.
Oh,
I
okay,
was
let me say.
agreeing with her.
And
Yeah.
let me say this too, man. Sometimes when we're doing like a remote show like this, when someone says something, it's all good, but it may be a little delay here and there, so
Gotcha.
let's just bear with the process. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
just the process. It's a little different versus being in a live studio. You hear I can look in your eyes, you know. But we're gonna follow along this whole process. We're gonna make it do what it do, man.
so
Monique,
I have
Okay.
something to add.
go ahead. Add,
So
girl.
overall, who am I? I am an educator and I am a servant. I love serving people. I have a passion to help and to serve people. So that's who I am as a whole.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So
There.
I'm gonna put that your business finance. I'm gonna put a pin in that because I may come
Oh,
back to that
yes,
in a
sir.
second. You know, and also you having a business, Tiana, Miss Mitchell. I'm probably gonna
Yes.
put a pin in that too because I want to try to tie in some of this stuff into what
Pick
you're
it back
saying.
off of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now Monique, man, very very important question. People want to know. They want to know. They gotta know. We're gonna give it to them. This is what we do here on Real Talk. Why did you decide to run for commission in Pahokee?
So it was about 2.5 years ago. I saw a meeting. I'm in Miami finishing up my degrees. This was
Stop it.
probably a little bit, I don't know if it was right during the pandemic or right before the pandemic. Finishing up my certifications and everything to come back and teach. I saw a man with a brown paper bag on his head at that podium during the 2 minute, 3 minutes that they give each person to speak.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this paper bag? What is he doing? And he was just complaining about how the city wasn't doing well and how the commissioners weren't doing their job. It
You
was
said he
a
had a paper
mess.
bag on his head.
A paper bag on his head.
So
If
you
you
understand Apollo,
Google
right?
paper
The back of
bag
Apollo.
man, if you Google paper bag man, for you'll find it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So it made news. That was another thing. It made the news.
No.
I'm looking at it from Miami.
Oh Lord.
So that was the main thing that made me say, okay, do I need to go back home quicker? What's going on? So came home, I'm observing and teaching. And as I'm doing that, it just started to get worse and worse when it came to the commission and everything that was going on with the city, things being halted in the city. And I'm like, something got to give. And then it hit me. There's not a lot of young people up there. There's not a lot of young people that represents us and those under us because the youth is
Yeah.
our future. So who is going to go up there to bring the youth along? We need somebody. So that it really picked my heart to say, you know what? If I get into government and municipalities, maybe those behind me will want to follow because they see that somebody is setting an example to step into
Mhm.
this type of leadership. Okay, if she can do it, we could do it too. So being a representative for the young people.
So that really touched you. So awesome, man. So thank you for making that decision, man. We need more young people. I'm a big advocate of young people getting involved in local politics because I mean, younger folks are the future. I mean, I know it sounds like a cliche, but it's not. You know, the baton has to be passed at some point in time. You can't run the whole race by yourself. Go ahead, Tatiana. Same question to you. Why did you decide to run for city commissioner?
So why did
Oh,
I after moving, I've been back for 5 years now. I moved back from Georgia. So I've lived other places, but that was the last place I moved from. Once I got back here, I thought it was time to expand my business. I end up moving currently where I am right now. And I thought starting that business was the ending of it. But that wasn't. we needed more than just my one single business. I did try my best to bring in another person, which is next door, bringing in other entrepreneurs here to kind of slightly build the community here. But it's honestly, it's way more deeper than just bringing in two business here. It's time for someone to step up in that leadership spot. We need more here. We need a lot of things where we will be able to raise kids and have a great change. And that's what these people want to see. Everybody want to see. That's all they're talking about when I'm knocking on their door. They're ready for a new face to be up there and out there. So I'm ready to hit the ground running because we need some change here and we don't have long. Bringing in a new generation is the key to go right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is, man. You're right, man. Raising families. Thank you for bringing that point up because we definitely need a safe environment where you can raise kids, but you need something in the environment where people want to raise their kids in part. You know, it's a big fuss right now about not having resources in Pahokee. And one of the major resources, I'm going to get rid of that to you guys because it's about you, not about me, but one of the major things that people are fussing about now in Pahokee is about the football, the sports, the whole entity, the sports entity. You know, saying that it's football, it's basketball, and that's it. People want to see more sports, and I can understand that argument. You know, I can, but it has to be a foundation for that. We have to be able to have staffing for that, and it just have to be. It have to make sense. So I'm hoping that it starts to make sense. I'm hoping that they have the resources and the people and the manpower to do these things. You know, so it'll be nice.
It sounds like your mic went down a little bit.
Say that again, Monique?
It sounds like your mic went down.
Talking to
the volume.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Mics.
It's low.
Oh, is it low?
There's a lot of static when you're talking.
Yeah, someone on Facebook says a lot of
Someone
static.
put some
I'm hearing. I am actually hearing a lot of static too, a lot of feedback.
Me too.
Which I don't know where it's coming from. You hearing that?
Interesting.
It's like
I hear it on my
it's
end
gone
too.
now.
Okay, I don't hear any.
No, now it's gone.
No.
Ask the Facebook people, can they hear us now?
Can you all hear us now?
Private chat.
I'm thinking, Monique, I'm thinking there's something going on with yours. Because when you mute something,
Yeah, that's when it stopped.
yeah,
Let me change the mic.
yeah. So, just ask it. Yeah, it's clean now. No problem, no problem. Technology.
Yeah, no problem at all.
No problem at all.
It's good sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, y'all hear it now? I just changed the mic setting.
No, you sound good.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. She sounds good, right?
It's better?
Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder,
Tiana, can
were
you
they
hear
able to hear anything from before?
Was it that bad? I mean, I'm not monitoring it. I wish I was, but
They
I
said someone
normally
said
monitor.
yes.
Okay, they said
Better.
better.
They said
Okay.
yes, way better.
Okay, should we start over is the question.
No, they said
You know
we
what?
heard you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, good. We apologize, man. Sometimes, man, when you're doing this thing, it's just what it is. But
Yeah.
hey, we ain't gonna apologize for greatness no more, though. Let's go. All right.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Who gave us the thumbs
you.
up?
It just says Facebook user for me. I can't
It
tell.
just has,
Oh.
yeah. It don't say a name or anything. So,
Oh,
but
because
we
y'all
appreciate.
looking at the live chat. Boy, these girls are savvy, man. I have old people in here that they don't do none of this stuff.
Ready. That's yes. This is when the generation comes in. That's ready. We ready to move
Yeah.
forward
Yes.
with
Hey.
things.
I had old folks here on the show, man. They like, how you do this? How you do that? I'm like, man, we're doing a show right now, okay? I can't teach you and do the show at the same time.
Right.
All right, we're gonna move on to question 3, man. Tiana, it's on you. This one's gonna be on you. If you were to win,
Okay.
all right, if you were to win this seat, what do you think you would bring to the bring? What would you think you would bring to the commission? I'm sorry.
Oh, enhancing transparency is first. We need that.
Mm,
We really do.
could you elaborate?
We we really need more so of uniting the community also with the seats, the one that's in the seat right now. It's a lot of back and forth bickering. We have to bridge. We got to bridge those gaps. One thing about me and Monique's platform, our slogan is very similar to each other's. Also, it's some we got to start small. We can't
What's the
jump to the
slogan, if you
big
will?
to breaking barriers and building a future. It's time to break those old barriers and build a future. We got to get our generation together for our young youth. It's time. It's
It's
time
gonna be
for that
y'all, man.
change. We ready
It's
for
definitely
it.
gonna be
We
y'all
are
to do it.
really we are ready for it. You know, I'm just ready to hit it going.
Now you
Sticking up with
mentioned
the
that
honest
one of the things you mentioned. Let me turn my because you're having a hard time hearing me. You need to
Yeah,
turn your volume before
you
your
saw me like
laptop. You need to turn your
you're
volume. Yeah, but you mentioned that you
it's
want to bring
up. It's just here.
Oh, you mentioned that you want to bring transparency. Any other thing that you would like to bring to the commission if you win this seat? You know, one is
Ooh,
transparency.
I just have so
Breaking.
many. I'm ready for the idea. I'm ready
Okay.
to incorporate working with what we have here in our community already. I'm ready for a fresh market. There's no soil that can grow anything and not have fresh markets around here. We got to work
So it
within
sounds
our
like you
city
up for the
before we hire
challenge.
people out.
Well,
What was
it sounds
that?
like you up for the challenge.
I am most definitely.
Okay.
I am.
Mo,
I'm ready for it.
hey, we ready
Go
for you.
ahead.
Monique, same
Someone
question to you.
someone said yes. Turn the background music off.
Hey, tell them this is my show. No, go ahead. Go.
So if I were to win my seat, what I would bring to the commission is I'm someone that's personable. I'm someone that's easy to talk to. A lot of people, my peers, they say I'm a sounding board. Like Monique really likes to listen. I really do love to listen. And I like to hear what you're not saying. I like to listen in between and really jog you. I like to play devil's advocate. I see you're saying this, but have you considered this? Okay, but what if this doesn't work and we try it this way? So to really pick people's brains to really see, okay, how much will this stick for us to really move forward and find solutions? Because I love looking for solutions. I love challenges, which is crazy. And it's probably the math part of me. I love equations. AX plus BY equals, like, I love equations and figuring out the X and the Y. So listening to people, listening to what you're not saying, picking your brain, playing devil's advocate, and really finding solutions. So that's one thing I
Hmm.
would bring. And another thing I would bring is the fact that we need younger people in leadership
Hmm.
to represent our youth. Because if we don't run and win these seats, who's going to come after us? If we
Come
keep
after
choosing,
us.
not saying that there's anything wrong with those that are older, but we need someone that they can look up to, and then someone who is very personable with all ethnic backgrounds to be able to pull them in as well. So, for example, I
Hmm.
wouldn't mind mentoring a Hispanic young person to say, hey, we need your voice for your community as well. Saying, hey, this is
Yes.
what I've endured and this is what I've been able to accomplish. How about you come in and run in the next 2 years, 3 years when you feel comfortable? So you
Exactly.
can be a voice for your community as well. So being able to bridge that gap from that way, making sure we have somebody from every race in leadership, but it starts with someone who wants that,
Mhm.
and then going from there and being able to
Yes.
bring the education. Like, hey, you can
I'm
do
dropping
this
the
too.
bomb. That was
Come on
good.
in, you can do this too.
I was
Come on, Jamaican. Come on, Hispanic. Come on, Caucasian.
exactly.
Come on, little black boy, everybody. Come on in the room. We need everybody's voice to be heard, and
Let,
that's
let
why
me
I
just
said
let me just stop you for a second, man, because I think that was a very important statement you made. Because a lot of times, man, even I've been accused of being a racist, but I don't care. I really don't care because you got to know me to know who I am, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't need people to validate who I am or what I am. But that's besides the point. I'm talking about you guys right now. It's good that you're saying it because it is nice to see a commission that's inclusive. You know what I mean? All types of people standing together, trying to figure this thing out. But maybe get to a point where it is figured out and we can move forward and it can be a land for everyone. Greater. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, it's about everybody, not one specific gender, not one specific race or ethnic group. It's about everybody. But people are gonna push some agendas now, if you will, and that's okay. Let them push whatever they want to push. But you know what you guys signed up for, and if you win that seat, it's inclusion.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be a part of that, because if we don't, then we're going to continue being a divided people, a divided city, and we don't need that.
And that's it.
That's the unity.
That's it. But
that's the unity we need.
Man,
I'm
man,
sorry.
Pahokee always been, in my eyes, when I was growing up, and I know back early, after me, before my generation came, we know prejudice exists. We know crappy stuff exists. But it wasn't the Pahokee that I grew up in. It was a changed environment, right?
Mm.
And if they were prejudiced, then so what? Let them be prejudiced over there. We had I had all sorts of friends growing up. Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
great, hey, great, both of you guys. I appreciate that. Yes, I do. So who's it on now? Who's the next question on?
I think it's on me now. Just answer.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, it's.
Now I'm gonna ask y'all to help the old man stay on task, okay?
No problem.
Come on now. Help the old man
That's
stay
what
on
we're here
task.
for.
You're not old.
I'm old enough, but I still need to be on task. All right. Now this question, man. When we think of this question, it's no shade thrown at any individual. So let's just keep it a buck. But it is a real question that needs to be asked, and and I'm asking y'all this question.
Okay.
Have you seen anything from any of the current commissioners that you would like to model your conduct or approach after? Do I need to read it again?
Basically who we would like to be. Who's up there in the seat?
Basically.
Who would I choose to model
Yeah.
I'm gonna nothing against anybody up there. My choice would be Bolden. I need someone who can speak up. I need someone who can carry themselves professionally, be able to talk when we got investors. Who can you put in front of investors to talk? Who would be your choice? Because we need someone that can get up there and hold a full conversation, read some complete sentence. I'm being honest. No one that's bickering back and forth that's gonna curse someone out.
Yeah.
I'm being so serious. Like I'm
because
being real here.
You asked me a question. And
I know, right?
I'm thinking about the question you asked.
Let's be real. Who's gonna carry themselves when it's time to go off to Tallahassee and go out of state? I need someone who's gonna go there, get those resources, and bring them back to our community.
That's right.
If the others are scared to do that, then who I'm choosing to be like or model like.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you gotta learn how to be quiet as well. So when people are quiet, it is best. Once we jump to question you, we'll hold it out because you answering the question. I'll go ahead and let you go. But yes, that would be my choice. Nothing against anyone at all.
But there would be the person that you want to model your style after.
That would be.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Monique, same question. What about you?
I would say no one, and no shade to anybody, but I am completely different. I am not someone who a lot of people say I am like, you know what I'm saying? Because I bring a different style. My mindset is different. My perception is different. The way I move is even different. So I really don't want to I don't want to mimic anyone, nobody, because I want to be able to bring something new, something fresh, something that hasn't been seen before, and just to see if it will work. Because
All you gotta do is show up. Then I mean, go ahead.
yeah, because I look at it like, okay, we have a group of 5. Each person is different. So if each person come being who they are and bringing that different style, that different sauce, then we all come together to move as a unit, not doing the same thing. So Tiana might work on one thing while I'm working on another thing, while Bowden is working on another thing, and while Mervin is working on another thing, but we're all moving together as one unit with different assignments, but it's still coming together for the movement and progress of the city. So my answer, nobody.
Nobody. Okay.
Nobody.
Excellent.
Nothing wrong with
Nothing
that.
wrong with that. Okay. So let's move on to the next question here.
It's Monique's turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, I know. No, I was thinking of a question that I wanted. All right, Tiana, you helping me a little too much now.
Listen, this is what the people get.
Uh,
We are smart women, but we have a personality as well. We're not swaying to be somebody else who we're not. So you enjoy, that's how you greet. And you know, when you it's time to be out in the community, you gotta
well, I
be
think it's
welcoming to
yeah,
people. So
yeah.
Yeah.
smiles
I
are real.
think it's important. Honestly, man,
Very real.
I think it's very important because we had people. Let me just say this too. We have people that come from other places to be a part of that commission. And some of these people have not been approachable. They have not,
Mhm.
and that's, and let me just be clear when I say this. This is
Yes,
why
sir.
you see some of the backlash in Pahokee too. It is,
Mm,
and I understand it too. But at the end of the day, I don't think the backlash should become personal to the point that you're attacking folks.
Correct.
You
mm,
know, that's just
yeah,
childish, immature.
yeah,
But I understand where the anger is coming from. I understand
yeah.
where the frustration is coming from. But let me just say this and I move on again. You know, being a real person, approachable person, being able to talk with your people that you
Mm-hmm,
represent,
hmm.
you may not can't. I don't think you're able to talk to everybody at every given time because with work and everything else that you have to do, it's important. But being approachable, speaking to folks, helping someone with the issue. I mean, you're there to serve the people at the end of the day, and they don't pay much. The money, but it ain't about the money when you're doing this job because it's all about the service that you're doing. But be approachable and showing y'all personalities right now. That's showing people that hey, this is what you get if you vote for me.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, and I think that's important.
Yes,
I think that's important.
yes.
So don't shy away from being yourself, and
Right.
especially on this platform. I mean, like, it's not a stuffed shirt type of platform. I don't want you
Hmm.
standing up straight and walking like a robot. You know, I don't do it,
Yeah,
and I don't use all the perfect English. People get on me all the time on Facebook. So what? It's Facebook. It's social media.
yeah,
Who cares?
yeah.
I got money. I mean, I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Look,
Money.
Let me go. To,
sir.
let, me, let me go to the next question, man. People spend so much time worrying about you. Broke as a joke. Anyway, uh,
Well,
all right. Preach, Mike. Preach. All right. Most people feel like it's time for a change in the city of Pahokee. I feel that way.
yes.
I definitely feel that way. Do you agree with them? Why or why not? Do you think it's time for a change in the commission? Why and why not?
It is definitely time for a change in the commission because trying to say this in a nice way. The city and the residents can fall in line with leadership when leadership is on one accord. Being able to agree to disagree, but still be able to move forward as a unit so that the city can be
Absolutely.
on board and we all be on board together, where we're not divided and there's not a whole lot of bickering and fighting, and to the point where commissioners are now jumping at the audience and the meet me outside and the I'm a man, like all of that. you're serving the residents. What are you
Yeah.
doing? And
Yeah.
then so that it's time for a change. It's time for us to portray a different image, and not just for our city. It starts with our city, of course, and then after that, the image to those watching us, for those who
Mm-hmm.
want to invest in us, those who want to fund, those who want to come in and develop. They will not come in as long as we have a leadership up there that's looking the way we are looking.
Absolutely.
That has to go in order for us to see real change economically, and for people to come in to put in some work. The leadership has to look different and have to be different and move different. And without that, we will not change. So
We don't.
change is definitely needed for progress to be made, for something to start moving. We will be at a standstill until leadership is changed. That's where the change has to start, in leadership. Then we can start seeing some movement. So yes,
A
change is
little
needed.
sidebar question. Sidebar. Uh, do you think? Do you think we should change the way we live stream our commission meetings? Anybody can take that question.
I thought about it at one point, but people who don't show up, they don't want to be in the chaos and the craziness. So in a way, they still deserve to see what's going on. The thing that I hate about it is that investors are looking at us.
Yeah.
Tallahassee is watching us. It's going beyond our own community. It's on TikTok. It's on the For You page of TikTok.
Huh?
That is yes.
What? So
That's
hold on
it.
now. Stop it now. See
Yes,
now, I'm showing my age a little bit because I do have a TikTok, but I don't tick or I don't talk. But you
listen.
saying that we've gone viral on TikTok?
The one that the last not the one with the meet me outside. That is on TikTok. It hit my For You page. I had to go on the young
Wow.
lady's page to see. That's the embarrassment for all of us, not just that one person.
Meet
We
me
are one
outside.
over. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's like me embarrassing my family. I could never do that.
Yeah.
Carry
Yeah.
the city like that on your back.
It's
It's
unfortunate,
time
man.
for it is time for a change. We are overdue. Piggybacking off Commissioner Gordon, because I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna speak it.
Mm.
It's time for change. There's no need for me to go in details and bounce off of what she just said. She
Yeah.
just spoke. When
Right.
we gonna wake up? When we gonna really place people in those seats that's ready for change?
Right. Right. I'm so for it, man. I mean, it's just that time. What we're doing and what we're seeing and what I've witnessed and what some of the people on the live feed has witnessed is
Mm-hmm.
a it's almost like you heard this analogy 1,000 times. I'm sure it's a hamster wheel. People getting on there and it's just running and not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
and people, man. So what we're seeing again is a lot of frustration, and this is
Yes.
this is a lot of frustration over years. You got people have not seen the progress that I gotta be. I mean, like that it should have happened
Happy.
by now.
Mm-hmm.
And let
Mm-hmm.
me give you a bird's eye view. Like, well, I'm just gonna say this, and we're gonna move on to the next question. A town should not digress. It should progress over a
Mm-hmm.
period of years.
Yes,
It,
sir.
it
I
should
agree.
it
I
should
agree.
have grown. Like when you go to other places and you look at, like I've been around a lot of places. I live in a lot of towns and cities. You know, you go and you come back and you're like, wow, they done built a shopping mall here.
Right.
Wow, they got a string of restaurants over here. And I know Pahokee is like, it's gonna be that. It's always gonna be an element of farming there. It's
Yeah.
always gonna be that because that's what it's for. But why not have nice hotels around the lake? Why not have nice cabins around the lake? Why not have pretty decent restaurants?
Yes,
So,
sir.
so in order to do that, you got to have infrastructure, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes.
So we're talking about why hasn't it happened by now? It's 25 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I digress with that.
And even on that note, just the beautification of the city if you look online and even on YouTube, there are people that come and do video vlogs of the city, and it is the most disgusting thing that they put up because they don't go to the nice areas of the city. They don't go to the lake. They don't go to the stadium or even the schools. They go to all the broken down areas of the city and say, this is Pahokee. And it's just sad to see that.
Yeah.
So if we can really work together to bring the beautification of our city, that would be phenomenal. So I had to write on one of the videos, say, all that you're talking about is just Googled research. You need to come to our city and talk to the people to really see who we are, to really get an idea of what our city is about. Not what you found on Google. But come back in about 10 years, because in my head, I'm already thinking I'm going to be commissioner. So come back in about 10 years and see what progress we've made and do another video.
Exactly.
That's right.
Come on.
I've seen those videos and they are disgusting, and it's all an attempt to bait, click, get people to like, share, you know, and
Can
make
I
revenue on those
That
videos.
too.
Yeah, so I want to say something about the message. Don't forget, we have commissioners escorting them around to do this.
Yeah.
So why would you make us look bad sitting in those seats? Why would you get someone to come and video record our community if you are for the community? That sounds like you're against the community.
And how do they know to go to the exact spots that are not the greatest? You skip all the good spots by accident?
Yeah.
Okay, I digress.
That's from Facebook. I'm kind of chiming to the Facebook questions on the side, Mike. I'm sorry.
Okay, and I don't have actual time to do that because I want to stay focused. I already ADHD.
No, it's fine. You can go ahead.
Yeah,
I
I
just
probably
had to
can't tell you who had the last question, but
No, me and Tiana's face was like,
okay.
it's all
Yeah,
good.
no.
It's
We're here
all
to move it
good.
forward. But go
That's
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
Now,
go ahead.
again, let's. We all know. This is a question. We all know that commissioners can make certain promises, correct?
Yes, sir.
To citizens.
Yes, sir.
What is one thing you feel that you indeed can promise the citizens of Pahokee? One thing that you indeed can promise the citizens of Pahokee.
Who is it on?
Take that question in a minute, mighty mo.
Well, you didn't say Mo.
I guess because I kind of piggyback off her question, the last one. So, that is a good one. I really don't believe in making promises, but being truthful and faithful and honest with the community, you know, and keeping them up with what's going on in the community. I feel like that's really important. I'm a person of less talking and more action. I'm just going to be honest with you, because I'm sure they've heard a lot about, oh, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and then they don't do it. I'm about action and putting it into place. Let's talk and let's do this kind of thing. I don't want to make no promises at all whatsoever, because that's when the fingers start. They go to getting pointed. Oh, you said you were going to do this. Oh, you said you were going to do that. I can be truthful. I can be honest. Put my best foot forward in this, because honestly, I love Pahokee. I'm going to tell you, I really, really do. If not, I would not be taking this seat right now. Again, I'm claiming the seat. I would not be taking this seat right now to do this.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that, because I think you're rather crazy too at the same time to want to do this. Anyway, that's just me. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just me. But
It's okay.
No, I say the same thing when I'm talking to people. I say, you know what? I was crazy enough to run for commissioner. They just laugh. I use that to always break the ice.
yeah, that's a good one, because people are looking like, why in the heck you want to be a commissioner in Pahokee, Florida? But but to
You
piggyback
love
on
it.
Tiana, you love Pahokee.
Yes.
I love
You love
Pahokee. I
Pahokee.
really do.
Go ahead, Monique.
Georgia
Same
knew.
question.
So remind me of the question. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. If okay.
The promises.
Okay.
I just hit it.
Yeah, I'm
Promises.
looking at the question right here. Yeah.
I'm like, what was the question? Promises. Okay.
Yeah.
So
If
the
you-
only thing I can promise is to be the best commissioner that I can be. To
Okay.
make sure that I do give that listening ear, and to make sure I do listen to what you're saying. Even if you come with complaints, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to listen to the complaint, and I promise to sit down with you and say, okay, let's work out some solutions. Even if you don't know what the solutions are, let's work it out together so I can bring it to the city manager and I work something out with him. Okay. So to really be that listening ear and to be attentive, not
Okay.
shy people away, not shun them away, and make them feel
Mm.
heard. That's the most important thing, to let them
Yeah.
feel heard. So that's what I promise to do.
Okay.
And hopefully nobody catch me on a bad day. But even on my bad days, I'm gonna still sit there, push whatever I'm going through aside to be there for you.
I got you.
Mhm.
Yes.
I hear you. Hey, you may have some bad days. You're gonna have some hills to climb.
Well, I won't complain. Amen.
But you won't complain. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Monique, this is for you.
Okay.
Uh, if you were to win this seat, as you already claimed the seat,
Yes.
what would you like to see happen in the next 60 to 90 days in the city of Pahokee
Next
as a
60 to
commissioner?
90 days, I would like the people to see my personality. What you see is what you get. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not one person here one day and this person the next day. So in the first 60 days is the people really getting to know me, right?
Yeah.
So that's my main thing, getting to know me and getting to know that I'm really coming in to do the work on behalf of the citizens. I don't have no hidden agendas. I don't have any intent. The whole thing is to come and to serve you. So to come in and the people really get to know me for me, and to know like, man, she's a really good person. Like she is who we need,
Yeah,
and to just build off of that.
excellent. Same question to you, Ms. Mitchell.
I would say I would say a bit similar, but also campaigning like right now and knocking at the doors. People still need to
Yes,
see
ma'am.
you in the community. Once you get into that seat, it's not good to only see you around those holidays. You gotta be active. You gotta be out. People still need to see your face. People need to know that you are still there. They need to get to
Yeah,
know you still. Right now, we're just pitching our platform to everyone. But once in that seat, you still need to be there. You need to be there for the
definitely.
community. They need to get
That's
to
it.
know who you are still.
Yeah, it's important, man. You got to be visual. People got to see you, and I think that's what's going on with some of the other commissioners too. Is that, they beat down. I mean, like they're beat down, and they don't want. Well, let me not speak for them. I just see it on them though, on some of the commissioners. And first of all, too, you got to be local to be able to come out to your community. You
Yes.
got to
Hmm.
be, you got to live in the community to be able to be there in the community. So,
Yes, sir.
That's
so
true.
yeah, so you got to be up of this community in all in all fiber and being.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
so true.
Um, Monique, this question for you, Ms.
Okay.
Gordon. What do you have to say to any of the voters who might be unsure about voting for you? I mean, like, these people may not be sure that they want to vote for you. What can you say to them to persuade them to vote for you?
Okay. I would say that if voted for me, I would be the youngest leader on the dais, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a great advantage, because if we look at Pahokee 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, these kids, if they don't have anything here for them, they will go off and will not want to come back. And if the only
Okay.
people or population that's in Pahokee is mid 40s to up on up, when they, not trying to wish anybody's death, but when they die off,
Yeah,
who's going to be left in our city? It's going to be a destitute town. So we need
Mhm.
young people that want to be a part. So if you vote in young, not saying that, oh, young is the best and all that, not saying that, but you really have to look at our future down the road. Having young people in place in leadership that can then encourage other young people under us or even in our same age bracket to say, hey, we can do this. Young people are not interested in government.
No.
They already cannot trust
Yeah.
politicians. They
Yeah.
don't trust, they don't
Yeah.
want anything to do with politics. So if
Yeah.
we can come in as genuine people to let them
Correct.
know you don't have to lie to do this. You don't have to be rude to do this. You don't have to be disrespectful, and you don't have to bicker. And we
That's
can
right.
all agree to disagree. Hey, you
Mhm.
can do it too.
That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
just as young as you, or you're not that far off from me. Let me show you how this works and come in. Follow after my example. At least you have someone that
Mhm.
you can relate to then come in and be a part of this.
Ooh.
And
That's
that
right.
way we can work
Yeah.
together to bring our young people and get them included. Young people don't want to hear what leaders have to say anymore. They want to do their own thing, leave and go and buy Pahokee. I don't want anything to do with Pahokee because nothing is there for us. They don't think about us. All they think about is football. So we
No.
have to work on doing things where the families and the kids will want to come back home. People are going off to college and they're saying, I don't want to go back to Pahokee. Mom, how about you come here? Dad, y'all, uncle, come where I'm at.
Absolutely.
Bring up.
What's the point of me coming home and there's nothing there for us?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's
really
definitely got to be
working
something
that
to
so
bring
that our
back.
young people feel involved because they have young leadership that they can relate to and look up to. So that's why you should vote for me.
Mm.
I
Uh,
love that. Another question is for me now.
yeah.
I love that. I'm gonna speak from a mother's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
For a family, we need stuff here. Those things. Me starting with the business again, bringing leadership. I started a business. We need more businesses here, but we need other things as far as having for the kids here, having for the families, the adults. We need these things in the community, and we are the generation to bring that in. We're ready to do this here, Mike. I'm just telling you, I don't know what else to do. I brought the business here. Right now I'm delivering a business to the community. I'm providing a place where I can bring jobs in here right now. If there is someone in the beauty industry that wanted to come in, they have a place to come rent. They have a place to business. We got to teach
Mm-hmm.
these things. Let me just say, there is no way in the world that we are on the agriculture plat area right now, and none of our kids know how to do this stuff. We should
Yeah.
be knowing how to plant our own vegetables, trade within our own community, and we don't have those things right now. But yet we have.
Uh-oh.
It's just time. I'm ready for the change. I'm getting hyped up. Let me just say, working alongside with Miss Gordon is amazing. I'm gonna say that, and a good thing to be bringing in the two of us together. We can shut the house down. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
We are ready. We are ready, and we are on fire.
And I believe it.
We ready for the community.
And I believe that you guys are ready too. I can hear the passion in your voice. I can hear, you know, one thing that you said, and I think both of y'all said this, that you love Pahokee, and that's enough to want to make a difference in the community. Is having that love and that uh, passion, and you have a vision. I think Monique mentioned a vision in her head. And I got a question that's going to speak to that vision. Matter of fact, I might as well ask you now, Monique. I'm gonna go ahead and go with you because um, you said some, and this is a question that I wasn't gonna ask, but I'm gonna ask, and it's nothing bad. But what in your head? What is your ideal Pahokee in your head? What does that look like? Your ideal Pahokee?
Ideal Pahokee. Man, a place where people want to live, want to work, want to come back to visit if they do go away. A place where jobs are available, a place where they don't have to drive all the way to Palm Beach to go look for work, a place where there are so many community activities where everyone is just happy to, oh, what's next? What are we doing next? Having activities for the kids, having activities for the young adults, even planning college
Mhm.
tours so they don't have to rely on a church to go on a college tour. You know,
Yeah.
because we are a small town, and being able to take them out, and not just the parents need to have something in the community as well that can help them, because not all parents have the resources to get their kids out to show them the way.
Absolutely.
And even
Yes.
those that are in the unincorporated areas of Pahokee, they're still in Pahokee. So we still have to look out
Mhm.
for them. Those that are on government assistance, Section 8 housing, we still got to have stuff for them as well. So they can't afford to go to college or to do all these things where money is there. So having things where everyone can feel included, and even those in those unincorporated areas, they are a part of
Yes.
our city as well, so making sure they're included. So that's the main thing for me.
Oh, absolutely. Great response. Uh, Ms. Mitchell, same question. What, when you
A,
think
sus-
about Pahokee, what is your ideal Pahokee?
a, sus- a sustainable place to live and to work. What more can we say?
Yep.
A place to live, housing around here, places of businesses. Have that vision. Seeing the condos. Uh,
Yep.
this area where I'm currently at, off of Main Street, it gives me that old New Orleans feel with the old buildings. Their buildings
Yeah.
are old, but guess what? They fixed them up.
Yeah.
They fixed them up. They kept what they had and work with what they got. We'll be able to
Yep.
put jobs there if we work on those things. We just want a place where we can live, we can raise our kids. We don't have to travel an hour. We're already without a hospital, Lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
You
I don't know
know,
if you guys remember this, but when I hear you guys speak, man, I really kind of think about when I was a kid, and I think about where when you went down, I think that's Barfield Highway, where they had a hotel, you know, and then you went uptown. It was a hotel uptown. I don't, y'all, you guys, I know y'all don't remember this, but look, but this is crazy. This what I mean by um, a city shouldn't digress; it should progress. You know, a lot of things that were in Pahokee at one particular time uh, is gone, wiped away.
yeah.
We had a couple car lots in Pahokee. We had a,
Wow.
we had at one point in time a KFC, a Burger King. Uh,
Hmm.
we had
He
My
said,
mom used
Kentucky
to work at
Fried
that Burger King.
Chicken, huh?
My mom used to work at that Burger King
Yeah. So
when I was a kid.
yeah. So absolutely. So you know, it's a lot of reasons why the town look the way it looks now, but we cannot give up on hope and say that we cannot achieve or attain those things again because we can. It has to
we
start
can.
with good leadership. It starts with
Hmm.
people knowing how to approach and bring monies back into our environment. It
Yes,
starts
sir.
with a commission that can disagree to agree. It starts with a commission that don't have anger and resentment towards one another. It starts with people having respect for one another and people having a genuine love for one another. You cannot hate
Yeah.
people and talk about you trying to help somebody. Those two things don't match. At any given time, how can you say that uh, you want to help the city, but you hate people that lives in the city? You know,
Mm.
it's all right to disagree with people. Understand me. We disagree with people all the time. But
Yeah.
when you got hateful and resentful people sitting in the commission, you're going to have a chaotic commission, point
Yeah.
blank.
Yeah.
And you can't have people sitting on their asses. Excuse my language. I don't like to cuss, but I will cuss. You can't have people sitting on their asses doing nothing and causing a bunch of BS talking about they love Pahokee.
Yeah.
Don't make sense.
Yes, sir.
So
You
that's
can't
my
carry
2 cents.
leadership with that mindset.
Yeah, it just it's shameful. So let me get on to we're gonna wrap this thing up because I think y'all been good. I think people in the comment section are giving y'all a bunch of love, man. Look, people, man, get out and vote. March 19th is your time to shine. If you ain't did nothing else, Pahokee has some of the lowest voter turnouts, and I can't put my finger on it. And I wish I had the statistics to kind of see how many eligible voters do we have in Pahokee versus who's showing up to vote. Young folks, if you're listening. And people, share this with your mom, I mean your kids, with your 19-year-olds and the 18 years old, the ones that can vote. Man, give these young people hope. Share this with them and let them know that we need young folks to show up and show out to vote, man. That's what we need.
Yes.
That's exactly what we need. So, um, in 30 seconds, Miss Tiana, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
In 30 seconds, what's that question? What would you like to say to the voters of Pahokee before we end this segment?
Ooh, I would love to tell Pahokee, the citizens of the Pahokee, please, please get out. Please get out and vote. Right now, it's critical to have that vote from you guys. Um, I stand firm on my principles. I'm here to advocate for the city of Pahokee, the citizens of Pahokee, for myself, for my family, your kids, our parents, our grandparents. We need some change. Please get out there so we can move Pahokee forward. It's time for change and it's time to stand up. It's time to break those barriers and build a better future. Let's do this.
Great answer. Great response. Ms. Gordon, same question to you.
Yes. Looking at the past data of previous elections, we haven't had one race where at least 1,000 people showed up to vote. So we need more of our city. We have approximately 5,500 people here. It's below 5,600, something like that. If you're not registered to vote, please register. Get that voter's card and go let your voice be heard. I know you feel like, oh, but my voice doesn't count. No, it does. So go out and vote right. Vote for real change. Okay.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we are here for you. We are here for the
Yeah.
people, to listen to the people, to find the right solutions on behalf of the people. So Pahokee, Florida, let's do this. March
Yes.
19th, go and vote, or vote by mail, whichever one works better for you, but please vote and vote right.
That's it. So somebody said in the comment section, and I just turned it on because I don't like to look at it because we got our set of questions, and I appreciate people who put their questions in, but I don't want to bombard the ladies with any extra questions. And if y'all want to take a question, that's fine. But um, somebody stated in the comment section that there are 3,000 eligible voters in Pahokee.
Ooh, out of
So we got
5,600.
three. So if that's true, and I'm not saying it's not, but this is what I'm reading. But hypothetically speaking, if that is true, correct? So why should we have people Pahokee? Listen to me. Just like these girls, I love y'all too, despite what people may think. I do. If that is true, if we got 3,000 eligible voters in Pahokee, why is it that we have a voter turnout maybe 3 or 400,
Wow.
500? Yeah, that's what, maybe what, a third, a
Not
fourth,
even.
a fourth, less
Mm-hmm.
than a fourth. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So we got to do so in order to have, um, and this is just me just talking, a utopia, right? In order to have this ideal place where we work, play, and live in, people gotta people gotta vote good people into office. We cannot no longer vote in favor of our friends,
Mm.
our homies,
Yeah.
Yeah.
our like, if they're the best person for the job, then I can see that. But if
Mm.
you cannot continue, you can't continue to vote for people just because you voted that way for 20 years. That's what
Right.
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are y'all familiar with green harvesting? Green harvesting.
Not that term exactly, but is that no, not that term exactly.
Okay, well, it's just another way to harvest sugar cane without burning it. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So we'll talk about that later because
Okay.
somebody want to know your thoughts on it. And I'm not asking you those. No, we're not gonna. Yeah, just do some research on it and
Yes,
get your
sir.
opinion on it. And then you go from there. Yeah, but that's
Because I
one
know
of the
the
things that
effects of that is really bad for our city with the black, what they call the black ash and
yeah,
all
the
those
black
things.
ash. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
lot of
Well,
people that's
yeah, and I've been campaigning for this, but that's
yeah.
on something. I mean, this hadn't even reached the commission yet because there's a lot of stakeholders involved. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that's just somebody put it in the chat, so I brought it up. All right, man. With that being said, man, it's been a pleasure reaching out to you, ladies, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add, man? I think y'all did a great job, man. I think that people know who you are,
Thank
right?
you.
Right? They know who you
Thank
are,
you.
Yes,
and it's time for y'all
Thank
to. You already hit the ground running.
We
It's time for
ready.
you to start. It's time for you to start. Um, uh, let's say you tried it now. Now you let's start running.
yes.
Yeah.
And to not
Yes.
stop campaigning. We won't stop campaigning.
We won't.
No.
Even when we're in those seats, we're still gonna campaign.
Yeah.
Yep.
We won't stop.
Well,
We're still gonna be in
We
those
ready.
streets.
in those
Mhm.
streets. So with that being said, man, thank y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all. Happy belated
Same
Valentine's
to
Day.
you.
And I
Thank
want to
you.
wish you girls luck. I want to not luck. 'Cause I don't believe in luck. I mean, no, I don't. Hey, I'm gonna bless you guys. Hey, go out, do the work, and just continue to show your face in the place. And it's nothing like having homegrown people coming back and giving back to our community and to the youth. The most important people in this, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this: the most important
Youth.
people in our community right now in our community is, or in communities around the world, is the youth and the
It's the
elders.
youth.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
take care
Yes,
of
Yes.
each
sir.
other.
Yes.
With that being said, man, thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us on your platform.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it again. All
And
right,
thank you to
guys.
all the listeners.
Yes, yes. All right, guys, man. As you that's it, man. We gonna roll out, man. Make sure y'all share this here. Make sure y'all like, share, and follow me too if you like what I do. And if you don't
Okay.
like what I do, don't follow me. But if you like what I do, follow me. And I appreciate y'all, man. As always, man, Pahokee will thrive one way
Yes.
or the other. It will thrive.
I
So
know that's right.
Yes, indeed.
we out of here, man. All right.
All right,
Peace.
guys.
Bye.
Good
Peace.
night.